The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun because Annie is coming to the Hammons Hall stage here in Springfield. And with me now via Zoom is the actress who plays Miss Hannigan on tour, Stefanie Londino. Stefanie, so good to speak with you. How are you?
I'm so well. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Now, Stefanie, let's start with this. Tell me what audiences can expect from the touring version of Annie.
Oh my goodness. So everyone has some kind of concept of Annie in their mind. It's a ubiquitous show and a story that has kind of a legacy that's unmatched, I think, in the musical theater canon. So you're gonna get a really beautiful score. You're gonna get a wonderful story. You're gonna get stunning costumes and sets, and an incredibly talented cast and crew and orchestra of musicians. You're going to leave singing, hopefully, and there's really something for everyone in this show. You know, it's a transgenerational show. Grandmas find something there, moms, dads, kids in their first show. So there's really a little bit something for everyone.
Yeah, I love that. A show for everyone. That's what we all need. Now, would you say that there's anything different in this rendition of the show versus maybe ones of the past that we're more familiar with?
Sure. Yeah, I think everyone is mostly familiar with the movie, and for me personally, the storyline for Miss Hannigan is a little different in the show version than it is in the movie version.
Okay.
I won't spoil it for you, but do expect a slightly different ending there. But yeah, I think you can expect a classic story that you'll love.
Okay, I love that. Now, any specific songs that we can look forward to that mostly everyone knows and loves, or do the songs kind of switch up in this version?
I'm sure you're already hearing it in your head. Tomorrow,
Yes.
I love ya. Okay, good. So you'll definitely hear Tomorrow. You'll hear Maybe. You'll hear Easy Street. You'll hear Little Girls. I mean, this show is just kind of like a bang up show full of like iconic songs in the musical theater canon, and people it's a pop culture reference at this point too, you know. I mean, I feel like, yes, it's a major player in the musical theater world, but everybody knows Annie. Everybody can hear that song in their head. So you're gonna get some of those, and then you're gonna get some lesser known songs that are like my favorites. NYC is my favorite song in the whole show. It's just a love note to New York, which I miss terribly, and I think everyone will have a great time.
Yeah. Well, you just have me so excited for this show, really excited for the music of this. You touched on something that I want to dive a little deeper into. So, you know, this movie, this show, however you want to frame it, has remained so relevant even today, 40 years later, however long it's been. Why do you think that is?
Well, in two words, I think Carol Burnett.
Enough said, right?
But I think, yeah, truly, and she's an iconic. That's obviously where the bar is set when you're coming into a role like this. But my version's a little different. But yeah, I think the story is everlasting because it's one we all need, especially in dark times. And I think a story of a kid with an unsinkable sense of hope and optimism in spite of some really tragic circumstances. You know, the concept that the sun will come out tomorrow is a really beautiful notion, and it's just hang on. Things are going to get brighter. I think that is what calls to people of every age across the decades. You know, this show has resonated strongly since it debuted on Broadway in the 1970s, and still hits really hard today. And I think that's why.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's just something that everyone can take away from. You know, we all need a little bit of inspiration and kind of uplifting. So tell me about playing the role of Miss Hannigan. Was there any kind of specific preparation involved in doing this role? And also, what is it like coming out on stage each night in this role that people are so familiar with?
You know, I'm honored. I'm genuinely honored, and it is a total ball to play. Yeah, the preparation was extensive. This is my second year doing the tour. I originated the role last year in our new iteration. And in preparation, I watched two of the Broadway archival videos. And of course, I rewatched the movie with Carol and studied from the greats that came before me. I mean, this is a legendary part, and I just feel super grateful and humbled to bring my version of it to the stage. Our director, Jen Thompson, was an original Pepper, an orphan in the original production on Broadway. And so she has the connections to this show that runs so deep, and such a love and a loyalty for it. And I think that that's really affected the company, and particularly in the way that I play Miss Hannigan, who is a villain, of course, just such a villain, but such a human. And I feel like she's not a caricature. You know, it's a person who's deeply miserable, deeply unhappy, deeply stuck, deeply trapped, and the choices come from there. So it's a grand old time. Come see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can tell that you're very connected to the role, which is just always nice to hear. Stefanie, thank you so much. Break a Leg in Springfield. Annie at Hammons Hall, November 14th and 15th. Get your tickets now.
Thank you so much for having me. We'll see you there.